today. Whoopie pies.
Who wants it, baby? Right in the face.
Beatbox and rhymes. Plus a huge surprise. Former NFL star, Dancing with the Stars champ, and best-selling author
Is this one from
Rashad Jennings surprises a mini-fan.
My braid has just exploded.
Then Top Chef alum ISAAC TOUPS adds his Louisiana flavor to the mix.
We are making Cajun Queso. This is essentially a homemade hot sauce.
Ooh, that's good.
To season
Cheers.
2.
Oh, gosh.
Thank you very much. Pleasure. Thank you, kind people. Well-dressed people.
Thank y'all for being with us today.
Thank you so much. Very nice. Welcome to Pickler Ben. Let's talk beatboxing first. Everybody know what beatboxing is? Yes?
Oh, I know.
No? The over 40 crowd? Any idea what beatboxing is? No. Hey. It's when it's like, you know, when you make a rhythm with, you know, like that whole thing. You make a beat with your mouth, and it's very cool. And I remember seeing dads all the time, and I've done it forever just, you know, by myself when I'm bored, but I've seen dads all the time taking these videos with their kids, and they're beatboxing, and the kids get in with the beatboxing too, and they start beatboxing the back and forth with their kids and dads. So I'm like, I'm gonna try this with Miles,
Yes.
my son who's 1 year old.
Darling.
And I filmed it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna beatbox with Miles. And just listen very carefully though, because Miles's style is very subtle. Here's the tape on that. You do it.
Like father, like son.
If you sneezed just now at home, you missed it. He went, that's it. That's all I did. But let's get started. Rushing to the airport and then finding out your flight is delayed is an annoyance we've all experienced.
Well, hundreds of passengers at Newark Airport got a first-class experience when a fellow passenger took over the intercom and began busting beats. Y'all check this out.
What's the question? I'm SpongeBob. Hi, Patrick. What's the question? Hey, SpongeBob. I'm hungry.
Please welcome beatboxer and voice impressionist Adam Evans, AKA Verbal Ace. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
Take us back to that day. First of all, I wish you would have been in the airport with my sister and I on Friday when we were flying out.
Yeah.
We needed you to help pass the time.
Yeah.
The day was crazy. Like, my friend works for Southwest Airlines, and he has so he gives buddy passes to people that, you know, to his friends. They can get on the plane for free, but you're basically the last person to get on the plane.
Right.
So the plane was full. There was no guarantee that I was going to get on, so I wanted to see if I can upgrade my buddy pass for an actual boarding pass. So I went to the, you know, the Southwest people and asked if I could, is there any way if I show you some crazy sound effects, you know, I can get an actual boarding pass?
Right.
And the guy typing, he was like, all right, what do you got? And I was like, oh,
Really?
all right.
Really?
Yeah.
He
I was
opened
like,
the door?
Yeah, he was like,
Okay.
what do you got? And I was like, okay. And I did a couple of sounds for him. And they started cracking up. And they're like, you know what? You should do that for these people because their flight has been delayed for 2 hours, and they could use some entertainment. So they called over their supervisor. I showed her the sounds, and she's like, yeah, you should do that. And I was like, really? She's like, we do that here. And they gave me the microphone. Next thing I know, I was like, hey, you know, and then I started
And then
beatboxing.
everybody's crowding around you, videotaping
Yeah.
and everything.
And here's the crazy part. It was only on one terminal, but they turned it on the whole
Nice.
section.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
God.
You were
there's surround
syndicated.
sound.
You were
Yeah.
syndicated
Great.
across the
Yeah,
airport.
it was crazy.
Biggest question, did you get the boarding pass?
Yes, they gave me the boarding pass.
Well deserved.
They gave me the boarding pass. They actually gave me a pre-boarding pass, and I was the very first one on the plane
Nice,
for
man.
free.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I try to beatbox at the gate. They won't let me board.
No, they think there's something wrong.
They do.
Oh, that poor girl.
So you have some famous followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
'Cause this blew up. This went viral. This
Yeah.
went crazy.
Yeah. Will Smith shared it on his page.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. Yeah. Will Smith.
That is awesome!
And since Will Smith shared it, it just started, you know, everybody sharing it now. And so now I have celebrities following me. Justin Timberlake's following me.
Oh, my God.
Busta Rhymes, Pete Rock.
That is so cool.
Yeah, and last month I had 7,000 followers. And this month I have 1.2 million followers.
That is nuts. You gotta follow this up, man. Don't be a one-hit wonder.
No, I want to take advantage of this.
Yeah, man.
Let everybody know I'm ready to work. Like, I want
it.
to do some stuff. You know, I'm an 80s, 90s kid, so I grew up watching a lot of stuff like then, like Saturday Night Live, Mad TV.
Oh, yeah.
Key and
I
Peele.
love
I mean, that's
that.
newer. But yeah, I want to do that. I want to be the guy in the crazy, you know, guy making crazy sounds in those shows. I'm like,
Love it.
what's in your wallet? Nothing.
Awesome.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
That's my cricket sound, you know.
Kelly, try it. Try it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Are you going to freestyle for us a bit?
Yeah, I could do some stuff for you guys.
All right.
So we have a twist. We have a twist.
Yeah.
We just thought of this. Like,
Okay.
we thought of this like 10 minutes before the show. So you're gonna freestyle, you're gonna do your thing, and then we have these cards here. Kelly and I are gonna split them, and each of these cards have like random sounds and people's names on them. Okay. Don't look, don't peek. Right. We're gonna pass them to you. So as you're beatboxing, you have to implement the sound of this object or person. Okay?
Sound good?
Yeah,
Kelly,
yeah. Let me turn
sound
them.
good. All right, you
my
may begin
gosh.
when ready. Kelly,
All
you
right.
go first.
Okay.
You're passing.
Ready?
Yes.
Scratch it. Crickets. Clown nose. Mickey Mouse. I am Yoda. Use the force. Spray can. Weed eater. Weed whacker. Robot. Heartbeat. Check it out.
Oh my God.
Squeaky door. Landlord. Subway train. There is a Uptown Express train approaching the station. Please stand away from the platform edge.
Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Hire this man for your TV show. That is outstanding, man. Great job. Thank you, Adam, so much.
That was so incredible.
Best of luck.
To see more of what Adam can do, head to picklerandben.com.
Thank you so much. That was
Thank
that was so cool. We're having fun all hour. In fact, we have former NFL player and Dancing with the Stars champ Rashad Jennings in the house, and he has a big surprise for one of his youngest fans. Very cool.
Top Chef finalist and fan favorite Chef ISAAC Toups is back and showing us how to make his creamy Cajun queso.
Yeah. And a 15-pound lizard who just loves to cuddle. His name is Winston, and we can't wait to meet him.
Plus, lifestyle expert and Instagram star Jessie Daye is sharing a DIY that is functional and fabulous.
And what do David Beckham, Ed Sheeran, and Britney Spears have in common? They love playing with Legos, and they're not the only ones. We have an innovative artist who turns Lego bricks into mind-blowing art. You want to stick around for that.
Yeah.
It is sensational.
But first, she was a stay-at-home mom with 2 young kids when she decided to find a way to make extra income.
Her friends and family couldn't get enough of her homemade whoopie pies, so she started selling them out of her home kitchen and, with kids in tow, delivered them around town.
Now, more than 20 years later, she's sitting atop a whoopie pie empire and has sold more than 30 million worldwide.
Please welcome the founder and owner of Wicked Whoopies, Amy Bouchard.
Woo! That was amazing.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Wow. Welcome.
How you doing? Thank you for being here.
We are happy to have you. Okay, now what's a whoopie pie?
All right, well, the best way to describe a whoopie pie is like an inside-out cupcake.
Nice.
Yeah, so the cake's on the outside, and then your fluffy frosting is in the middle.
What makes your whoopie pies different than other whoopie pies?
Well, first of all, because there's over 20 flavors, and they're soft and moist, and Back, you know, in the early days, whoopie pies had a reputation of being a little bit dry, the cake.
Totally.
So 25 years ago when I started this, I wanted to make a nice, moist whoopie pie cake, and I was trying to make everybody happy, knowing not everybody loves chocolate. So I have the orange creamsicle and the strawberry and the lip-licking lemon. We've got these big 5-pound jumbo whoopie pie cakes. Oh yeah, that's 5 pounds of happiness. Yeah.
Oh my God, it is. That is.
Yeah.
Who wants it, baby? Right in the face. So what do you? Do people just eat this like this?
You know, actually,
we cardboard.
Oh yeah.
we have a booth at a big fair, and sometimes it's funny to see like young boys will go out on the picnic table and just chow down on those. But we've had people, you know, like in Maine, they've used them as their wedding cakes.
We come in
Ultimate
peace.
birthday party. That's right.
So cool.
Okay, let's
I'm just gonna
dive in.
go. You dive in.
Go for it.
Get one in. Go
All
one.
right, I'm in.
Let's do three. We're done. Come on in. Come on in. Three times.
Okay,
Three
okay.
times. Ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
That is fantastic. There goes our makeup. Makeup's gone.
It makes you feel like a kid.
That's awesome.
It does make you so happy,
I
though.
love it.
It's happy
I
food.
just had my first whoopee. Thank you very
Oh
much.
my God, you're so welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so
Y'all be
welcome.
sure to catch her in her Wicked Whoopies on HS soon.
Audience, Amy wants to treat you all to her wicked whoopie pie, so she's sending you each home with a box of 6.
Yay!
Enjoy.
Coming up, our friend Rashad Jennings is back, and he's got a big surprise for one of his youngest fans.
Don't go away. My gosh. Look at this. We love when our next guest visits. Last time he was here, he taught me how to do the Brazilian dance called zouk. Take a look.
Boom, tick, tick, boom. I don't know what's going on there, but
Shoot,
yeah.
sorry.
So if I keep doing,
Boom.
tick,
And now we're gonna
boom,
boom together.
tick, tick, boom,
tick,
tick, tick, boom,
boom,
tick,
tick,
boom,
boom, tick.
tick.
Look in my eyes. My eyes are up here, Rashad.
Tick, I'm messing.
He's a former NFL star, Dancing with the Stars champ, and best-selling author.
Y'all, please give it up for our dear friend Rashad Jennings.
Yeah. Tick, tick, boom. Yes.
You got it?
How are you?
Likewise.
What's up, man? How's it going?
Get in there. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Likewise.
Welcome back.
Yes.
You're gonna break the record for most frequent guest at this point. I think this is your 3rd time, right?
Yeah, I'm all for breaking records.
We're gonna hook you up with
Right?
a jacket or something like that.
Well, we love having you. What's
you.
new? What's been going on?
Working on TV, acting, hosting, commentating. I got some cool things and projects that I'm working on. I got to keep a hush-hush on right now.
Yeah, here.
But traveling around. I had a chance to go to a Tony Robbins event. I got a chance to bring my brother. I got a chance to take my mom to Vegas. She's never been.
Right, you did.
I got a chance to do a lot of
Did she love
neat
it?
things. Yes. You know, the older we get to realize who our parents are.
That's great.
It was neat.
How's your dad doing?
He's good.
Yeah.
He's doing really well. Appreciate you asking. He's got a big smile on his face every single day. You know, we didn't always have the best of relationships growing up. You know, I always tell people I grew up with a 0.6 GPA, asthma, 5th string running back, very lost, clueless. I had a struggle with a relationship with my father, but it grew closer the older I got because I started to ask myself and stop blaming him.
Right.
You know, it's easy to play the victim. Why ain't somebody doing this for me? Why ain't somebody doing this for me? Finally put up a mirror and said, why am I not going to him?
Right.
And, you know, when he was in the hospital for a length of time, I was about 26 at this point. You know, I said, Dad, I'm going to call you every single night in this hospital while you're there, and I'm going to pray with you. He was like, all right, cool. Like, that's just him. And every single day I would pray with him, and I felt us growing closer. He started opening up about some stuff. And it was one day I was out on a date, and we did about 9:30 every night. I was out on a date. It was like 9:35, 9:45. I didn't call. I forgot. I'm caught up in the date.
Right.
And my phone rung. Pring, I look, and it's an unknown number. I was like, oh, yeah, that's my daddy in the hospital.
Right.
So I excused my dad, said, hey, I'll be right back. I answered the phone, and he said, hey, Rashad, we're gonna pray. And in that moment, for so many years that I've been begging for that type of feeling, I felt it. I was like, man, for my dad to say that was basically saying, Rashad, I absolutely love these moments.
And you initiated these moments, and that's
you
what you're
opened
saying
the
with the
door.
mirror, and just don't wait for people to come to you. You have to
you open the door.
Right. Be the
Sometimes we
change you
sit
want.
and we wait for other people to open the door.
Right.
And sometimes we have to take that initiative and we have to open the door
Absolutely right.
and let them in. Tell us about your children's book series.
This is the first book of a 4-book series. Arcade and the Triple T Token. And Arcade Livingston is a young, unpretentious, quirky kid, dorky, has fun. It's a representation of who I was as a child. And so I have fun of showing Arcade throughout the book how life is in the laws and rules versus how you see them can be different in how to
Better
adjust.
perspective.
Yeah, and so he learns the ways of the world throughout the book, and he has this beautiful golden token that takes him into this mysterious galaxy to learn these lessons. It's fun.
Love it.
Fun book.
Love it.
Good stuff. Well, Rashad recently had a young fan tweet a video to him with the help of his father.
Check out 10-year-old Jonathan.
This today.
Oh my God! Is this one from Rashad? Oh.
Are you excited?
Oh yes!
Rashad, what'd you think when you saw that video?
I never in a million years would thought I would be that person to inspire a kid. So, I mean,
Inspiring a lot of kids.
Well, for a
and
kid to be
adults.
excited about a book nowadays is a very rare thing. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
an iPad. It's like an iPad. It's like the coolest thing on the planet. It's like an actual tangible
I love
book.
having a book tangible.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
I like to turn the pages.
I know, we're old school.
I love it. All right, here's the thing. Jonathan is here, but he has no idea that Rashad is here too.
Jonathan actually thinks he's here to talk about kids who love books.
Rashad's going to hide behind one of our cameras while we bring Jonathan out. Should be good?
Yes, all right, Rashad, you go hide. While we're doing that, the producers are gonna go get Jonathan and his dad, Rashad. He's a former football player. Pick a very large camera.
Yes. He's going to be behind the monitor there,
Yeah.
the big screen. See. All
And
right.
there he goes, he's hiding.
Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is crazy about books and loves to read.
Please welcome 10-year-old Jonathan and his dad, John. Hey, guys. Cool hair.
How are you?
bud.
Hey, I'm Kelly.
Hey, John, I'm
So
good.
good
How you
to
doing?
see
How's
you.
it going?
Hey, honey.
Man,
We'll
high five. Or low
make
five.
you a sandwich.
We'll make it
There we go.
Here, let me-
Come on in
Come on
here.
over, have a seat.
All right.
Cool hair.
Thank you.
I love it. Is that new and a new do?
I love it. Let's see the side there.
Star.
Awesome. Rock star.
You just wanted a star. Is that significant for anything? You just wanted a star?
We hear you're a big reader.
Yeah.
You like to read.
Yeah.
What kind of books do you like to read?
I like to read comic books and comedy. They're my
Uh-huh.
favorite. If you ask my dad right here, when I'm reading, he can hear me downstairs laughing.
I love
Oh, that's wonderful. How many books have you read so far?
At least over 200.
Over 200 books. More than Ben.
That's definitely more than me. That's 100% more than
Yes.
me. You like what? So do you like sports and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite like football team?
Yep.
Who?
The New York Giants.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
Blue!
You like the Giants? Are you from New York?
No.
No, we're
Where do
from Connecticut.
You guys, oh, and Connecticut doesn't have a football
Connecticut.
team.
No, we don't have a football team. We're not Patriots fans, though.
So you have a choice because you can go either way,
Yes.
Giants or Pats, right?
Uh-huh.
And you like the Giants.
We are Giants fans, yes.
That's awesome, man.
Now, we have a video of when your parents gave you Rashad Jennings' book.
Yeah.
We're going to look at it. Let's see.
This today.
Oh my God! Is this one from Rashad? Oh.
Are you excited?
Oh yes!
It's amazing because that book came out. You freaked out, obviously, but that combines two of your favorite things. You got the Giants and you have your book. So that's like heaven for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You must have been so pumped when you got that book.
Are you
obviously.
you're a big fan of Rashad?
Yeah.
We are too. We love him.
He's a good dude. We met him
Friend of
last
ours.
season. We met him
Yeah,
last
I
season.
saw it on my phone. I watched it.
Oh, you
Oh,
did?
you did? Yeah. He's a good
He's a
guy.
good guy. Did you watch Rashad on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You voted?
Yep.
Every day?
Every
day.
time. Every time.
Rashad Jennings is actually here and he wants to meet you.
I told you that.
Rashad, come on out, buddy! That is awesome.
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Oh, that is so funny.
Good. Look at you. Clean.
Hey.
What do you think?
Awesome, man.
I am
next to you.
I'm honored to meet you.
Mind blown, huh?
Yep.
Mind
Yep. I
blown.
can't
Yeah,
even
we
think.
translate
I
the
can't
phrase
even
for
think.
people.
I can't even
He's
think.
mind blown.
That's
I
awesome,
can't even
man.
think.
You can't even think, guys.
Take a
What do we think,
regroup.
what are we doing?
Regroup. That's the cool late
We on a boat ride?
Freaking, I can't. My brain has just exploded, and now it's regenerating, but it's still. Then it's gonna explode one more time.
Oh gosh, Mel, yeah.
Yeah, super meltdown.
That's awesome, man.
I can't.
Well, while you regenerate, Rashad, you have something to say to Jonathan, right?
Yeah, listen, man, you're a rock star, right? Did you know that? One, did you know that? If you didn't, you're gonna learn that today. You're a rock star, man. You inspired me, truly. All right.
Sweet.
Hey, listen, can I got time to teach you a handshake?
Yeah, of course.
Come on, man, I'm gonna stand up real quick. Stand over here, we're gonna teach a handshake, because I know I'm gonna see you another time. So every time we see each other, we're gonna do this, all right? So one, I'm gonna get you to stomp, and we're gonna slap, right? At the same time, we're gonna stomp, slap. Okay, and then when we go through, we're gonna come back on the backside. So we're gonna stomp, boom, and then we're gonna stomp one more time, high five. All right, let's try this. Stomp, slap, high five. Now from here, we're gonna do this 3 times. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Let's try to put this together. 1, 2, slap. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's try it one more time. Boom, bop, bop.
I love it. Thank you, Jonathan and John, and thank you to Rashad. Check out Rashad's first children's book, Arcade, and the Triple T token of the Coin Slot Chronicles series.
Next, we're kicking it in the kitchen, making Cajun Queso with Chef ISAAC TOUPS.
Don't go away.
How does that make you feel? Our next guest knows how to get foodies fired up with a signature Cajun cuisine.
He's the owner of 2 New Orleans restaurants and is Top Chef fan favorite.
Please welcome back to the PNB Kitchen, author of Chasing the Gator, Chef ISAAC TOUPS.
How y'all doing?
We're happy you're back.
Of course, thank y'all. Always have a good time.
Important question, is it, I've learned to say New Orleans.
New Orleans.
It's not New Orleans, it's New Orleans.
New Orleans, New Orleans. Like lens of your glasses, New Orleans.
That's how to, New Orleans.
No one says Nolans either.
Nolans.
No one says Nolans.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
New Orleans. New Orleans. Just rolled off your tongue. Thank you for asking.
Okay, you're welcome, you're welcome. Tell us about growing up in Cajun country.
Growing up in Cajun country is great. It's fantastic, but I didn't realize growing up. Growing up for me, it was like normal growing up childhood adventures. I didn't know no one else had fish camps and hunting camps and could go fish in my backyard. I could go in my backyard and harvest wild crawfish. That's my great-grandmother, grinding meat outside, and it was just awesome.
Amazing.
So you have these big events.
Is that you?
That's me. That's little Isaac and my dad. You grow up and you have these large pots of boiling crawfish, and you roast whole pigs, and then you get outside of Cajun country, and no one else does that, or not very regularly. So I'm like, well, how was your childhood? Your childhood sounds boring. You didn't have all this. We had hunting and fishing and all these adventures, and my family's just absolutely nuts. and they're great to hang around.
What are we making today, babe?
We are making Cajun Queso, otherwise known as crab fondue. So we're gonna start off with the very basic roux. So this is what's called a blonde roux. Now, if I was making a dark roux, this would be grapeseed oil. But now, since we're making a blonde roux, so what you have right here, if this is just raw flour and butter,
Pickler roux.
it's a white roux. But once we start to cook it, it'll turn one shade blonde. And that's great for making our sauce and whatnot. So we're classically making a bechamel, which is roux thickened with milk, which we have right here. And then we're gonna
pour this in?
turn, not just yet. And then we're gonna thicken that up. Like, stop!
Ah!
Almost.
Don't feed me to the gators.
Say what, somebody wanna pour me some of that wine in there?
Right here, this is regular white wine.
Regular white wine. That's gonna add some flavor and some balance. Since we're gonna add a lot of cheese to this later, the trick is here, you keep stirring. You keep stirring. The trick is with this sauce, you always want to keep it stirring. If not, it'll become lumpy.
Lumpy sauce.
You see it?
Lumpy roux.
Now we're getting velvety.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you drizzle that milk in? right?
Oop.
Oop.
Like this? How,
Just
when
like
do I
that.
stop?
You don't.
Oh, just pour the whole thing?
Just pour the whole thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is, you can do this. This is a one-man show. You can
This
do
is
it
a
together,
one-man show.
right?
Yeah, you could whisk it all together. And the end result is something that looks like this.
Nice.
So this is all seasoned prepared. Now this is just milk, wine, and roux.
Okay.
Now to doctor that up, we're gonna add some saffron. This is gonna add a wonderful color to it and a beautiful flavor.
Do I keep stirring?
You keep stirring. I haven't told you to stop.
Is saffron expensive?
If that arm gets tired, switch the other arm.
Call a friend.
Yes.
Have a little
use
salt.
A lifeline.
And we're gonna add some of my magic pepper paste of pain to this.
Pepper paste of pain.
Pepper paste of pain.
What is in pepper paste of pain?
Oh, why don't you try some?
Oh, you always. This is the second time you've been on, and the second time
It's
I'm
a little
trying
bit. It's a little bit. This is essentially a homemade hot sauce. Try some. Here you go, baby bird. And it's
Ooh, that's good.
Of course it's
Oh,
good. I
that's
made it.
warm.
That's
right.
amazing.
Everybody thinks it's gonna like blow your mind out hot.
It does.
And it's.
No.
You gave me the smallest amount I've ever seen on a spoon. I mean, look at
That
these
is
spoons.
good.
It's a tiny spoon.
Yeah.
And what is in that?
So this is simply pickled
Hold on, I didn't
pickled
even know.
garlic.
That's really good.
Pickle jalapenos, and all I do is pour hot vinegar over that jalapeno and garlic, and you have a wonderful homemade hot sauce. There we go. Switch the arm. That's
Pepper
good.
paste of pain.
Pepper paste of pain.
Peter Pepper
Now
picked
you're
it.
gonna stir that until it's cooked thick. So let's switch to this one.
Okay.
Give this one a whisk.
That is tasty.
A whiskeroo.
Very tasty. Yeah. And now you can like say like, hey, I made my own hot sauce. I'm
Oh,
super
yeah.
cool.
Look at me cooking.
Yeah.
And after that's cooked down, you can see it develops this wonderful color right
Oh, wait,
here.
Isaac, stop 1 second. We just totally forgot to talk about this.
What?
We were talking in the break. Isaac is nominated again for a James Beard Award.
Yeah.
Which is the Oscars of cooking.
The Oscars
doesn't get any bigger.
How exciting.
I'm not just a pretty face on TV.
Man with a beard getting a James Beard Award.
And getting James Beard Award. So once we're done, it becomes this beautiful golden color, and we just serve 2 different types of cheese.
All right.
Now we have a little Swiss and a little cheddar, but you can use any kind of cheese you want. You can go high end and use like French époisse cheese. You can even use some Velveeta.
Oh.
But I didn't say so. But
You
if
wild man.
You wild man.
Beast.
Getting
And then,
crazy.
and then we have our jumbo lump crab meat. You can use crawfish. You can use shrimp. Once you have it in this format, you can have it with just like your fondue or your chips. You can put this on top of eggs. You can use this as a sauce. So it's cheese and crab meat, for the love of God. How would you not like
With
this?
pickled pepper pain sauce.
Pickled pepper paste of pain. Real quick. Ready?
Pickled pepper paste of pain.
Close.
With Pickler.
Love it.
Let's
man.
try.
Yes.
Wow.
Here.
Let's do it.
Bam.
I don't know what. No, that's the other guy.
Who you worked with, right? Were you trained by Emerald?
I didn't even realize what I did there.
I did. I worked for Emerald Lagasse for 10 years.
That's awesome.
He's
Unbelievable.
a fantastic guy. Yeah. Woo.
Is he as cool in person as he is in on the thing?
He's actually cooler. He's a fantastic guy. I learned
That's
a lot.
awesome, ma'am.
Yeah. It's not bad.
It's
Thank
pretty
you.
darn good.
Well, I stirred it.
Yeah,
You
it's all
started.
stirring.
You did the help. Look at those arms.
You're gonna have to get a bigger lens. Look at this. Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, baby.
Thank you guys so much.
Y'all be sure to check out Chasing the Gator out now.
Coming up, the most utterly giant pet lizard you've ever seen. Don't go away. When you think of all the possible cuddly, snuggly pets you could have, I bet a giant pet lizard isn't at the top of that list.
Well, that's not the case for our next guest. Please meet Sarah and her pet lizard, Winston, who are Skyping with us from their home in Michigan.
Oh my gosh.
Hello. Hey. Oh my gosh.
Hi, guys.
How did Winston come into your life?
So Winston is an Argentine black and white tegu. He's a 4-foot-long lizard. He was initially dropped off at the Great Lakes Zoological Society a few years ago.
Yeah.
But they went out of business, and so they had to drop him off at a rescue. And I found that rescue at an expo, and it took me a month to get him because he was in quarantine. And so after the quarantine was up, I got him home, and I was so excited because he was just something I totally didn't expect. I expected him to not be as social as he is now.
So apparently he likes to cuddle. Is that true?
Yes, he's a very social lizard. They're highly intelligent. He comes when he's called. He knows certain tricks, and he plays these cup games where, you know, I put food in him, and he finds which one has the food in.
What does he eat?
Everything that you eat but raw.
Oh.
So raw meats, fruits, and veggies.
Oh my goodness, that's
And,
crazy.
yeah, just He's amazing. He's easy to
loves
shop for when it
you.
comes to food too.
This,
Yes, he's very social. He's amazing. I don't make him do anything. He just comes up on my lap and he'll sit there with me for about an hour most times, except for today.
He's a little cuddle bug.
And he was in your wedding as well, right?
Yes, my husband was kind enough to allow him in our wedding.
Was he the ring bearer?
Yeah.
He was the flower boy.
Oh, that's darling.
Wow.
Sweet.
He was pulled in a wagon by my bridesmaid.
Oh my.
Was he at the bachelor party?
He tried, but he crashed.
Oh, okay.
How has Winston changed your life?
A lot, actually. When I found Winston, I couldn't believe how amazing he was, and he just totally changed my view on reptiles. I thought reptiles were just like mindless creatures, or they didn't have much of a personality, but Winston has proved me wrong in so many ways, and because of how amazing he is, I want to show the world how incredible reptiles are and can be. I go to expos now to educate the public about these guys, and people like totally change their views, and if I could just change one person's point of view at a time, it's like a ripple effect.
What advice do you have for people who might want a giant lizard for a pet?
Please research as much as possible. I do not want any reptile or any animal, actually, to end up like Winston.
Right.
He was left in a box in front of a zoo, and that gave me the impression that these people did not know how to take care of a huge reptile like him. And so I cannot say enough that research is extremely important. I did 8 months of research with him, and I'm so glad I did.
Thank you, Sarah, so much.
Thank you, darling.
Me too.
We'll be right back.
With hundreds of thousands of views, Jessie Daye is one of the biggest up-and-coming DIYers out there.
Just recently, she stopped by to help us breathe new life into a 1950s kitchen staple. Check this out. Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
You're in the process of renovating your house right now, right?
I am. I'm renovating actually a home that I purchased. So I've always been in this creative space, but about like 3 years ago, I started looking for a home.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and so I found this home. It's about 100 years old in Los Feliz, California. And I started renovating it. And so we're about 6 weeks out now for this
vaulted
house.
ceilings. Is that, so that's a flip?
It's a flip.
Awesome.
So when I first got it, I was dating an architect, and so that worked out because I got all the architectural plans for free and you know, all his expertise, and so now I engaged my architect, and we're going to flip the house.
Congratulations! That's so exciting.
You'll have to start dating a plumber pretty soon.
You know what? Yeah. Or someone with HVAC.
Yeah.
Like now I know all these terms. I really need a whole
Right.
crew.
Perfect.
What are we making today?
So we're making a Lazy Susan, and these
Okay,
were
which is
popular.
awesome.
Yes,
Love
in
it.
the 1950s. It's kind of like a modern take because we're using marble.
Cool.
So it's a really simple DIY. These you can use either side, so you don't even have to flip it.
Okay.
But what you're gonna need is the marble round, epoxy 6000, a piece of felt, and then the Lazy Susan hardware.
Nice.
So you can get this at any home improvement store, and it's only like $4. This marble was like $25, and
you get it already cut, pre-cut.
it's already a marble round like this. If you're like the home stores, they sell these for about $100 right now.
Right.
So we're making this for under 30, which is great. You could also use wood, really anything. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your hardware and take your epoxy 6000. So open it up and just put it on the sides like this. And then you're gonna mount this to the center of your marble.
Okay.
So careful with it because it does stick. You
It's
don't want to.
6,000?
Yes. It's
Over the, you don't
extremely
want to get it in the holes, right?
No, not in the holes.
Yeah,
The holes
where
are
your
there if you
fingers-
had a wood round, which you could also buy, and then you would screw it into the wood, but we're using marble. So you don't want to use hot glue because it will peel off. You definitely only want to use this E6000.
Okay.
And then once you get it on, you're just going to flip it over into the middle of your round, just like this.
Has to be perfectly centered.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, I'm super OCD, so mine does.
Ooh,
but
that's
yours
got a
could be
scent.
off.
That glue has a scent.
It is. It's very strong. And then when you put it down, you want to wait 24 hours for it to cure.
Oh, so you
do
wait
Oh yeah,
not
so
flip it
it's
over.
like good
Yeah.
and
I mean, it will not come off. It is
Right.
stuck.
attached.
So you just press it down like this, and then these already have the felt on it, but we added felt just so it won't scratch your table, you know?
Perfect.
You could also use these little felt feet if you had these at your house. And here's the finished one. But what's great about this is, I mean, this was the marble that we used. You could also use porcelain tile, ceramic, like if you had tile left over from a project.
Yeah. Totally.
And then I think that you have one down there, right?
Yeah,
the handle.
You just put the handle. You just glue these on with the E6000.
Same thing, yeah. So it's like a tray. Matte black is super popular right now.
When did the Lazy Susan become such a household staple?
I think in the 50s, but I was reading up on it. Did you know they actually, there's some debate on this, but they were saying that Thomas Jefferson invented the Lazy Susan in the 1800s because his daughter was lazy.
Oh.
And
was her name Susan?
They're saying, but then there's people going like, no, that's not true, so I'm not really sure, but apparently she wouldn't reach across the table, she wouldn't want to get up. Whether or not that's true, I thought it was a cute story. So,
it is an adorable story.
But
Susan, get off your ass and get your own crackers. Why is Thomas Jefferson British? I don't know why he's British. He's not British, not at all. And then this is kind of the end result.
This is the end result, yeah.
Love that, yeah.
Spinny,
So
crazy, awesome.
you can put cheese on here, you know, dessert. I mean, it's great for the holidays.
Oh, definitely.
You can get a larger round. I have like a 20-inch one on my table, and then, you know, if you wanted to do this with the handles, it's great for like perfumes in your bathroom or accessories.
You're making a mess.
Yeah, we even gold leaf those on the edge.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, I do love that.
Yeah, for like a wedding gift
and the
or an
trim
engagement
there.
gift. I mean,
Really
it's really
cool.
pretty.
That beautiful detail.
Yeah, and
It
that's
is a
just
great
some gold.
gift. You're right, that is
It
a
is. It's a
fantastic
great
gift.
gift, and it's easy like to make and to give to someone. So it's a fun DIY and simple.
Love it.
A big thanks to Jessie.
Coming up, Legos like you've never seen before. How this former engineer is turning them into high-end art.
Stick around. Lego bricks have been around since the 50s and continue to be a favorite toy for kids of all ages.
Our next guest is a Lego enthusiast who left his job as an engineer to become a full-time Lego artist.
Please welcome JOSEPH KRAHAM.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. This is stunning, by
Thank
the way.
you.
Yes.
This is really spectacular.
Walk us through these beautiful pieces of artwork.
So this was my first attempt at doing Lego artwork. This is Samson. This was a memorial to give my wife of our Great Dane.
Oh, wow. And now these are specific. This one is different than the ones you're going to show us because these are actual Lego pieces that were a different color that you built, right?
Yes. So this one is about 6 square feet. It's about 8,000 Lego pieces. And what I did is I actually used old Lego sets to try to piece and tile these pieces, and I thought, I'm going to try something. As an engineer, I've never done artwork before, and this was about 4 years ago, and I just thought, give it a try. And this was my first attempt. I was very proud of it, and it took off from there. I posted on social media and got a tremendous response, and then the rest is history.
How long did it take you to do this one?
This one took about 80 hours.
Wow.
And it's really hard to get that many pieces.
You said these were 8,000?
About 8,000 pieces in about 80 hours.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Let's move on and talk about this because you took it to another level with this.
So,
oh my goodness.
So as things moved on, I decided
Wow.
instead of using regular Lego pieces, why not paint each piece individually? And I thought, how hard could this be? It turns out that it's really hard. I now use about 300 individually painted Lego pieces, different colors.
Oh,
and it's a lot of trial and error. So this piece is of a Formula One racer known as Max Verstappen, the youngest Formula One racer ever.
Wow.
Started racing at 17, he's 20 now, and he wins races. He's a really great kid.
If you're just tuning in right now, by the way, those are Legos. Okay, those are individual. You think it looks like a painting. It just looks like you just painted it on, but it's Legos.
So this is about 17,000 Lego pieces, all individually painted.
17,000 individually painted Lego pieces.
And I brazenly showed up to an event and asked him to sign it, and he was so excited. He goes to the side of the event and is like, I would love to sign it. And then he thinks, is this for me? I was like, no, it's for my little kid. And I had to no, this is for my kid. So this was my transition piece from hobby to professional.
Yeah.
So
this is your job.
So great.
Yeah, this was my job.
And who's this? Is Steve Perry from Journey here.
No, so this is a piece that a lot of people might have seen in the news last year. This is the Leonardo da Vinci painting of Salvator Mundi. The original one was done in the 1500s. It was a lost painting, and it made a world record last year, the Guinness Book of the world's most valuable painting.
Right.
And it was a little bit smaller than this.
Let's finish with Van Gogh over here.
All right.
Yes.
Starry Night.
Have you always been so artistic?
No, 4 years ago, if you had asked me, I had never done art in my life.
Really?
I was so bad at artwork that growing up in high school, one of the only B's that I ever got was an art appreciation.
Oh.
And the teacher told my parents, he needs to be an engineer.
We need
he
to
has
send
no
this-
appreciation for
We
art.
should send this to your art teacher.
I know, seriously, man.
She's a follower of mine online, so
Oh,
she's like, he's
wonderful.
gotten better over the years.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
That's great.
Do you ever worry that when you put the last piece in that you'd trip and fall and just knock it all over or something like that?
So the good news is if we had a catastrophic failure and this fell down, not a single Lego piece would come out.
Oh.
The
Let's test it. No, I'm kidding.
No, actually, if you wanted to, I actually would say okay.
No,
I've
no.
So
no,
the
I
piece
would not do
behind me actually fell 3 feet from, hit the cement.
This one here?
And not a single piece fell out. Yeah.
Really?
Let's see this piece here.
Let me,
Oh, wait,
this one right here.
here?
So.
Yeah.
This one fell?
So this one fell 3 feet, hit a concrete floor, and
Oh my gosh.
damaged the gallery's floor.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, I'm sorry.
Heavy then.
Yeah. So this is my actual heaviest one based on weight. This one weighs about 90, 95 pounds.
Oh, my.
And this is actually a Renoir painting. It's of Frederic Bazille. It's in the 1800s. It's not the most famous painting, but it's a painting of a guy doing a painting of doing a painting.
Nice.
And on the camera, you can see it. You guys probably like, I don't see it.
No,
Just
looking
you-
on the monitor there.
You can see,
it,
so
yes.
to get it just right, it's like, I think this shade of brown will get working. Yeah, so it's trial and error.
This is unbelievable.
Really amazing.
Very special.
So talented.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Thank you. Thank you. What a great time. Thank you to everyone who stopped by, all of you in our audience, and all of you for watching at home.
Remember to follow us on the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and the YouTube.
From our home to yours, have a wonderful day.
A big thanks to Adam.
Guests of Pickler and Ben stay at the beautiful and iconic Gaylord Opryland Resort right here in Nashville.